Okay, wow. The response on the last video of the Ferrari 355 is insane. I gotta be honest, I definitely didn't expect there to be so many of you guys down below in the comments that were a fan of that car. I didn't know about this car until literally like about a week ago. And it looks like a lot of you guys have known about this car, and seeing me in that car got you guys fired up. And that's what today's video is about, because when you guys get fired up in the comment section down below, it encourages me to make choices, sometimes good choices, sometimes bad choices. If you're not caught up, I drove a Ferrari 355 for the first time a few days ago after recently finding out about what it is. And I absolutely fell in love with it. Everything about it, I absolutely love. By the title of this video, you know what's gonna be happening today. I'm gonna try to work a deal out with Throttle on buying their Ferrari. And a bunch of you guys have sent me a bunch of DMs of recent 355s. We're gonna get into that in just a little bit. And another YouTuber, another YouTube channel offered to sell me their 355 at a really good price. So we're gonna use that as our back pocket when we talk with Throttle today, because I'm not sure they all want to get rid of it as bad as I want to buy it. But hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a very exciting announcement that I'm very stoked to tell you guys about, and that is that Hunt & Co and Valvoline are doing another collaboration drop. I'm so hyped on doing a collaboration with a company like Valvoline. We just did one with Harley Davidson, and we're doing a second one. This is our second collab drop with Valvoline. And everything I'm about to show you is gonna be dropping this Friday. That's tomorrow. If you're watching this, today went live. The giveaway for the R34 ends on December 8th. So this is only gonna be on the site for about a week's time. And every dollar you spend gets you one entry towards winning the Skyline. And I'm gonna give you a brief little rundown. We have like 5 t-shirts, a sweatshirt, sweatpants, hat, windbreaker. This t-shirt specifically is one of my favorites. It's a VR1 inspired t-shirt. It uses the branding off of a VR1 bottle and like the cardboard casing that it comes in all on a t-shirt. It's just a clean, simple look. I'm really trying to add more colored blanks in there because I know we always do black t-shirts, but we have a navy t-shirt, logos going straight down the middle with major big print on the back. I'm just so proud to have Valvoline on a t-shirt, so I really am blowing up these logos, so I think it just looks so rad. Here's the t-shirt I'm wearing right now. It also comes in a dark navy. I don't know, I feel like just the dark navy kind of goes with the look of Valvoline. We haven't done windbreakers in a long time, and this is a really nice windbreaker. Again, major big print on the back, and on the front, it's nice and clean. Front, nice and simple. Backside, loud and proud. That is one of my favorites. That print is so sick. That also comes in a sweatshirt as well. And then we added 2 hats. We have a red hat for the bold guys, and we have a black hat that's a little more clean and simple. Haven't had hats in a while. And lastly, we haven't done sweatpants in over a year, so we're bringing them back for the winter season. We have them in black, and we also have them in gray. I'm super hyped. This drops on Friday. The date on that is December 1st, and there's only 8 days until the giveaway ends. Valvoline, I appreciate you for even doing a collaboration with us. It's truly an honor, and I'm so stoked for you guys to get this stuff. In the last video, we looked at Throttle's build. They bought a 355 that was like abandoned, it was really run down, and they've been rebuilding on their channel for the last month or two. And of course, as I walk outside, the rain starts to kind of come down. But this is the first time I've seen it outside, and I have to say, seeing it in the light, it looks a lot better than it did when it was crusty sitting on that lift. It looks really good. Like, I thought it was just kind of Rick's, that silver on silver, but this is a very unique color.
This is 90s at its finest, dude.
Why, because of the color?
The 90s? No, this is the body style.
Oh, yeah, no, the body style and the...
straight Miami Vice style, dude.
It is. That's, I think, I was kind of saying in my video yesterday, it feels like, it's like the higher end of the JDM. You get like the analog.
Have you ever sat in an NSX, TJ?
No. I saw comments like that too.
Very similar.
Really?
Low dash line. Steering wheel kind of feels like a little bit of an awkward position. Seats sit weird.
Yeah.
It's very NSX-ish.
Oh, this steering wheel is different than...
This is the OEM steering wheel. Rick's is an aftermarket steering wheel.
Oh.
So you got kind of spoiled in Rick's car.
I kind of did, honestly.
Rick's car is very fine-tuned.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, now the steering wheel does feel a lot more awkward now that you're not... Wow.
So it tilts, I believe, but...
I think, yeah, there is a tilt. Oh, there you go.
Much better, but
wow.
It still feels like, I almost feel like I want the steering wheel to be like.
You want it to be more like upright.
Yeah, it's like a school bus.
Yeah.
In here.
How much more work do you guys have on this car?
I mean, clearly the whole interior needs to be redone.
Yeah.
All the switches and everything, this all got wet. So we got to go through everything and meter everything out, and we'll fix all the, we'll fix everything. But
yeah.
Clearly the dash needs to be reskinned, and we're spoiled by Rick's car. Having that one here to look at.
Rick's was
how nice the previous owner did the interior on that car. We have a benchmark.
Yeah.
So now we want to do that. What's neat is Rick's car actually had a cubby right there. Evan and I were chatting about it in the throttle video. There's like a sunglass holder or something, like a little glove box there.
I didn't even notice that.
Because of the convertible top, I think doesn't have it.
And
the other thing is these are power seats versus Rick's or manual, because when this top goes down, it needs the room for the seat. So the seats actually slide forward. And you hit the top down button. And the top goes down and the seats go back.
Yeah, so this is power, not...
Right.
And have you guys attempted to put it down yet?
We have. Yeah, when they did the detail, Ricky sent power to it and put it down.
Oh, wow.
So
let's talk about something serious for a second, and that is debt. What does debt look like, you might be asking? Well, debt can look like a bunch of different things for a lot of different people. Debt. 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 Wait. Not that one. Debt. 50K worth of debt. Debt can look like a bunch of different things for a lot of different people. And what sucks the most when you have a bunch of debt coming from a bunch of different places at a bunch of different times of the month, and you don't know if you're paying it down as efficiently and as quickly as possible. And that's where PDS debt comes into play. If you're an individual that has debt, whether it's from medical bills, personal finances, collections, literally anything, and if you're paying monthly for this debt and you're not seeing it go down, listen up, because I have the answer for you. And you can save thousands on interest and on fees. PDS debt will roll all of your payments into one monthly payment, and they will ensure the best rate possible so you can see those monthly payments go down every month. And one of the greatest things about PDS debt is there is zero interest. Whether you have good credit or you have fair credit, it is all accepted. So you can save thousands on interest and on fees, and you can pay it down in a fraction of the time. PDS debt is offering a free debt analysis. This assessment only takes 30 seconds. So head over to pdsdebt.com/hunt to get your free debt assessment today. Take your steps towards financial freedom and let PDS debt help you along the way. Thank you, PDS debt. We love you. We thank you. And let's get back to today's video.
Things work.
Yeah.
We just need to go through it and just troubleshoot everything.
Yeah.
Like right now our headlights are coming on, but the motors aren't pushing the headlights up. So, and I noticed Rick's car is actually having that problem.
He had like a sleepy eye, yeah.
Ferrari things.
Yeah.
Man. Like we're finding out all the quirks and things, but all this stuff has shrunk and...
Yeah, Rick had a few...
Yeah,
this was happening on Rick's car.
Common problem with these, I guess.
Yeah, just it falling out of... I mean, it's 90s.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this car was outside with the windows down for 9 years. Oh, so a lot of this stuff the sun has taken its toll. Water has...
Are there a lot of spare parts for this? Like exotic yards?
Ironically enough, there's a vendor in in Orange County that just disassembled a 95 soft top.
Oh.
So we've been getting a lot of parts from him. In fact, I need to call him today because there's a few things I want to swoop up for this.
Dang.
So finding a 95 convertible being dismantled at the same time as us building this is kind of a blessing.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Some of these parts might be difficult to find, but there are vendors out there that disassemble these.
So when you guys are done with it, do you guys have a plan with it yet?
Yeah, I want to buy this thing from...
Okay, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard that you want to buy it.
I'm very interested in it. I've become kind of a Skyline guy now, but
clearly look at your arms.
Yeah, this would be a fun car to have in the shop, and I'm just not sure I'm ready for the Ferrari tax on everything. We just ordered the e-brake springs for this car.
How much?
To fix the e-brake, $145 for 4 springs that are like 80 cents.
Damn.
The oil pressure switch, $150.
Well, at least you're kind of used to like GTR tax a little bit.
GTRs are ridiculous, so
yeah.
It's very similar to this, but this is a whole nother level on top of that. So it'd be fun to have.
How much more time do you guys think you have until it's like, because you're gonna, whether or not you guys are gonna respray it, I think it's up in the air, but you're gonna do the interior.
If you ask Evan, it'll be done in a week. If you ask me, it'll be done in a month and a half. I mean, that's the right answer.
And I like that answer a lot.
So, realistically, like to do this right, yeah, we have probably another 4 weeks or so in it.
Yeah.
And then if it goes to get resprayed and a whole new interior, which we are going to do the interior. I don't know if it's going to get a respray. It just depends on some things. I think the paint is good, and I think having a little patina on it is really neat for this car. Getting the interior to a brand new type level would be like rad, because this is where you spend your time. This is what you want to look great and feel great when you touch things. The exterior is just, to me, is kind of just so quirky and unique that I would leave it alone.
Yeah.
Some people would respray it.
I would respray it. So I was talking to Ev, and I was saying I would be a very, very serious contender to buy this car.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This car blew my mind.
Now we have a bidding war, TJ.
Well, so here's the thing. I was telling Ev, I was like, dude, respectfully, if Mickey's gonna buy the car, I feel like it's a throttle build. It's in your guys' house. But I'm very serious, and that's where I was like, well, when you guys go to SOS, you guys repaint it. If we were to work something out, I could just have SOS do the color change while it's there.
Then we need to figure out who's buying this then before it goes to SOS.
And that's what I was talking to Ev. I'm like, how much are you thinking? And the thing is,
now the price just doubled.
Yeah.
Because you know how Evan thinks.
I know. Well, that's what I was telling Ev. I was like, I know convertibles roughly go from 80 to 90 grand.
Yeah.
But that's like
they're
fixed.
quite a lot less than the hardtop.
Yes, which is like, and that's why I've never seen it with the top down.
For that price range, there's only a couple other cars that could even compete with this from like a coolness and sound standpoint.
I agree, and that's why I'm so keen on it. Is I was like, for 80 grand, 90 grand, I don't know what car has this like 90s analog feel that has the like Italian like luxury and drives like this. It drove great, and it was so fun.
The one thing that because we're around cars like this all the time, GTRs, this type of thing, like you discount, or right-hand drive stuff, even like you discount the coolness factor. Yeah, I think a little bit. Yeah, because I got on the freeway in this car and we immediately had 2 or 3 people taking photos, giving us thumbs up. The guy stopped us at the light. You saw in our video. Yeah,
I had someone when I was driving Rick's come up behind me or come up next to him. He was freaking out, and it was a subscriber, and he was like, "What the heck are you doing in that car?" Like, it gets attention. So like, I was also flat-footing on the freeway, so everyone heard me within a mile radius of me. Yeah,
that car does that. But that I think is something that we kind of take for granted around here. But that's a neat thing about having a car that like really draws attention. It's a double-edged sword.
It is.
But it does add value, in my opinion, because it makes the car easier to sell down the road.
100%. It has like more of a safety net of like, well, if I want to get rid of it, there's a lot of buyers out there.
Exactly. I think I guess for all of us that buy cars and sell cars, like that's important that this has a value in a year or in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like it has more value or as much value as what you put into it.
So here's my thing. I want to buy this car, but I want to see what it ends up looking like. Because there's
still a lot of work.
There's a lot of work to do.
This car, in its current state, if we sold it as is probably, in my guesstimation, probably $45,000 to $50,000 as is.
Yeah.
And after we send it to SOS and they do full coach works interior, that's going to be another 10 to 15 grand in hard cost, and then get it running and every electrical.
There's a lot of not a lot of electrical stuff, but there's electrical ground lines that front to back.
Well, no, there's not. You turn the key on, there's not a light on the dash other than the parking brake light.
But like, does this work if we turn it on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yes. So we already had it down, like I said, to do the interior detail because we had to bring the seats out, and in order to get the top down, the seats have to be full. So we had to put power to it.
Okay.
And it works. So the windows work, the lights work, the pop-ups don't work. There's little things that our team here will go through and fix it all.
Yeah.
It's just wiring.
Damn.
So I feel pretty confident that this is, when it's done and it's done right, I think this is an $80,000 to $100,000 car.
I mean, I agree with that. I agree. So
like street value. You're the homie, so I'm sure you'll get a good deal.
No, that's why I was like, let's see what SOS quotes you guys on all your stuff.
We should know that today.
Oh God.
They were here yesterday to look at it.
Okay, because I 100%. If you want it, it's yours. But I'm so infatuated with this car.
I kind of want to know what your subscribers think.
Dude, everyone was so stoked. That's why I was like, I don't know. I thought I was showing.
How old were you in 1995 when this car was built?
1.
I was a senior in high school. You could have been my son.
I mean, legend has it, dude. That's the thing is I posted it and the whole comment section was like, dude, that is
you
like.
You were 1.
Yeah, I was a baby. Well, I don't know. I know nothing about this car. Yeah. Nothing about it. So like, I kind of like just learning about it, and that's why I'm so excited because I'm like, oh, RX-7s are great, Supras are great, GTRs are great. But I was like, whoa, this is kind of like it's kind of like a better JDM car.
What's crazy is those cars were more polished than this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, from an interior standpoint and stuff like that. Not the exotic materials, but the fact that it was all injection molded plastic.
Yeah.
Everything fit and finish was much better than what you find.
Well, also a lot more production value.
In a hand-built car.
Yeah. Wait, these are hand-built?
These are hand-built. So
Wow.
you go underneath this car, it's just a bunch of steel tubes welded together.
I did see it when you
Just
guys
like
had...
the Viper.
Yeah.
Just like the Prowler we have in there. Like, this is like a kit car made by a factory, essentially.
Dang. That's wild to think about. That is wild
It's
to think
not
about.
like a production line car that we are used to.
Yeah.
From the Japanese cars. Yeah. Or American cars.
Yeah, I saw in the comment section that to do like a timing belt, you have to drop the whole engine out and shit like that.
We did.
Yeah.
That's why you saw this engine on the floor for
Yeah.
2 weeks, because we were waiting on parts. We did all the belts. Quinn did a full service on this car. In order to do it, this is like an engine out to do pretty much anything. We have to change the alternator, which we should have done when the motor was out, but it does drop out the bottom. So that's one thing you can do with it in the car.
Yeah.
But most of the major service, you have to pop the engine out. And thankfully, they made it fairly easy.
Yeah.
But it still sucks.
Yeah.
It's still an 8-hour job.
Oh man, it's hot, dude. It's so low too. Yeah, the color's rad. I just don't think it's as good as Miami yellow or hot rod red or whatever the colors are called.
White.
Or white on white. Mickey was saying off camera, he's like, dude,
White
you go
on
like,
white would be the move.
you go cocaine spec, Miami cocaine spec, you go white on white, that would go pretty hard. It would go pretty hard.
I
Wow.
love that they upgraded this. I believe this is an upgrade. I'm no Ferrari aficionado, but this is kind of like the F1 spec rear grille to let the heat
Okay,
out.
so you were saying this is similar to an F40.
So this is a predecessor to the F40, is what I understand, and I'm
Successor.
predecessors before
So the
successor.
thing is,
No turbos.
yeah, so it doesn't
Ah.
have any turbos, but this is like a different class. So this is like the mid-engine kind of small. Like this follows like the 348,
Not
the
supercar
320.
spec, yeah.
Yeah, so the F40 is like the 308. You know, F40, F50, Enzo. That's kind of that lineage.
But
This is like
flat plane crank
this
V8, similar, right?
very similar. So like this is like 3 generations before the 4x, or 4 generations.
Yeah,
So
this
this
is-
follows that lineage. This after
Because it
this
goes
is
from
the
here, it goes 360, 430, 458.
Yeah,
Exactly.
where
So
F40
it's like,
goes F40, F50, LaFerrari.
it goes Enzo, then
Or Enzo.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's-
it's like, this is like the lower tier
That's
of
supercar
the...
class.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
middle.
So like if you think of Ferrari, you would think of like Miata and RX-7, right? The F40 is like the RX-7 line.
Whoa.
This is like
I've never
the
thought about it like that.
Yeah,
Because
so
when you
it's
think
like-
Ferrari, you just think
And the
supercar.
Testarossa is a big V12 car, so they also have a big V12 line.
Yeah.
So it's the
And
Testarossa,
they
like
have
the
a front engine line
599.
too.
Yeah.
Front engine cars.
Even back in the 90s?
Yeah, like the 550 Maranello.
Oh my god.
Those were
So
front
there's
engine
like
cars.
4 or 5 different lines of these cars, and this is just in the mid-engine line.
So what I like about it is it has the sort of the family heritage of F40. It's kind of the same, around the same time period, and I don't know. It has a similar sounds and
yeah,
clunks
it's
and-
such a. This is one of the better sounding cars. Like
Dude, that's...
8,600 RPM redline from factory.
It's insane.
ridiculous.
Now, that's why I was like, I imagine this with like, you know, proper wide open exhaust all the way through what it sounds like.
We heard it on this one.
I'm sure it's
But not wide open.
insane.
May the best man win.
I didn't really realize that I guess there's so much I don't know about Ferrari. There's a lot of, I don't know, okay, let me take that back. I know nothing about Ferrari other than like my 458. That's like my only experience I've ever had with it. I never really realized there was like all these different like tiers of Ferraris.
Which is something so special about a gated manual Ferrari.
Dude.
That until you've driven one, you don't understand. And it's just like the 458 and the DCT cars are cool, but like this is just so much more fun to drive. And
I know.
Yeah, sure, it's way slower, but you're not driving it because
But that's what was epic.
because it's fast.
Yeah. Well, what was cool is that you can literally put your foot to the floor and
Just
you're not in
run.
trouble. Yeah, you're just literally on the freeway. I grabbed fifth on the freeway yesterday, and I think
so good.
Yeah.
It sounds so good.
I'm super stoked. So I'm gonna work a deal out with Ev that if Mickey doesn't buy it, depending on what they come in at, I'd be willing to spend around 80 grand, depending on how much work they actually go, because you guys have been sending me so many listings of these, and and there's tons of them. You know, this isn't the only one that's available. It's not like Supras and RX-7s and GTRs where it's like they're very hard to come by. There's quite a few of them in a bunch of different price range, but I know I would definitely want the convertible just because it's so much cheaper. And I saw a lot of comments about you guys asking to do some sort of like clamshell mold or make our own hard top. There's a bunch of ideas that are going around in the comments, which I love. So I appreciate everyone's creativity because, like I said, that encourages me to do bad things and sometimes good things. And I'm kind of in love. I'm very much in love with this car. I just need to figure out how much I want to spend. And the guys from, I hope I don't out them, JR Garage hit me up. They have one that they said they are willing to sell. I really hope I don't expose them. I'll make sure they're okay with me saying that at a very competitive price. That's all I'll say. And it looks like the thing is ready to rip. So I don't know, I have some choices to make here. I also want to give you guys an update on the GTT. We'll get to Dylan in just a second, but the RB25 is gotten quite a bit of goodies. We have an upgraded turbo. We also have a new intake manifold, which was on. It's not anymore. I don't know where it went, but Ian has been working on your guys' RB for the last couple of, Ian's just been full RB26.
Full RB26.
He's loved it so much. He's like, can we just keep working on RBs? So he's like, I'm gonna work on RB25. Poor Ian has been pulling RBs for the last like month. But we're getting a bunch of goodies in your guys' giveaway car. We're gonna be getting on the dyno in the next few days, so we're working as fast as we can to get this ready for you guys. What are you doing today, Dylan, on all this radium goodies?
Putting together the double pumper fuel pump setup, as well as the radium in-tank, surge tank, and hanger. And they have, I've said this a billion times, but if you look right here, look, they got all your tools you need, some descriptions here, some pictures, whether you're visual, you know, whether you can read or can't read. I can't, so I like the pictures a lot.
I'm a big picture guy myself.
But yeah, so I'm putting together the hanger right now while Ian's over there. There's too many hands on deck in that area. We just stabbed the transmission on. And then once I put this all together, I'll go into the car, pull the factory stuff, pull the factory components, lines, all that.
Which I believe we are filming all of this stuff. So we are going to have an R34 GTT episode coming.
Pretty much what it's gonna be.
There's a big GTT episode coming because we have a bunch of really good parts that I really want to highlight for the giveaway car because we're building it just as we would build it if it was my GTR. It literally is getting the works from all of our partners, everything Haltech, everything radium, front to back. So just this little sneak peek of all the cool stuff, and I want to show this. Our GTR brakes came in back from paint. These are actually the original brakes that came on my GTR before we upgraded to the Brembo big brake. These are the Brembos that come on it, and this is also an RB26 valve cover that Dylan modified today. I'm spoiling things. I'm getting excited. I'm gonna hold off on that. All these bits and pieces are getting put onto this whole entire subframe, and it's going back in. So the boys are working hard. We haven't shown it in the vlog in quite a bit, but it's because we're filming a big video that you'll all see everything probably in the next week or so. Fire it back up. Need to make sure my car actually runs. Actually runs. Yeah. Sounds pretty good. It is sick, dude. It is really sick. Okay, I just drove home. I don't know what just happened. I just pulled into my gate and I'm coming down my driveway. Listen to what my car sounds like right now. Oh, I've never had a rock stuck in like my dust shield before. But I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that was. That sounded horrible. I was low-key scared I was like cutting into the rotor or something. That was a terrible sound. But it looks fine. Also, shout out to Carbon Ceramics. I drive this car every damn day, and these wheels never get dirty because there's no brake dust from these things. All right, continuation. It's the next day. I have so many DMs from you guys, it's absolutely crazy. And the search for this car is getting very, very real. So I need to show you guys a car, and we're actually gonna call this dealership and find out a little bit about it. I've got sent this car 40 million times. I'm gonna show it to you guys. It is a 95 Ferrari 355, obviously, but it's like kind of a challenge car, kind of not. It doesn't say it's a challenge car, but it has the challenge arrow on it, and it even has the challenge badge. It was originally a yellow car, so it says, but it's green now. I don't know if it's wrap. I don't know if it's painted. The challenge car, I think, has like more stripped interior, and the interior shots are, sorry, my screen's really dirty. Wow, that's kind of embarrassing. And I'm just gonna call and get some info about this because this is listed for $79,000, and the hardtop versions, the Berlinettas, a hardtop version is way more expensive than this. So something about this car is fishy. And it has 60,000 miles. From the Ferrari friends that I've talked to, they're like, that's a lot for these cars, and that's probably why the value is what it's at. But I am curious. I need to know. The interior doesn't look that bad. I need to know a little bit more about this car. So we're gonna try to call a dealership right now and just try to get some information.
This is Jay with Motor Cars.
Hi, Jay. Hey, I'm calling in because I saw your guys' listing for the Ferrari 355.
Okay.
And I was just calling because I had a couple questions. Is that a wrap on the car, or was the car painted green?
Let me ask my manager really quick. That way he can give me the right answer, all right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, sir. The car is painted. It is not a wrap.
Okay, and then I saw it has a challenge badge on the back of the car, but it's not a challenge car, is it? It just has like a half roll cage in the back, or like the roll bar.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you that question. Like, is it just badged with the challenge badge, or is there anything about that car that? Because it's a Berlinetta, if I'm not mistaken.
The 355. Let me see. I haven't put up. I'm trying to pull it up here in front of me, but this is not pulling up.
Okay.
Let me see. Because if it's not pulling up, we might have sold it.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm trying to see if it's even available. You know.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be still available. Let me ask my manager if that vehicle's still available. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I went out there, put my eyes on the vehicle itself because my manager didn't know if it was available or not because some people were checking it out. But that vehicle, so it is a wrap. The original color is yellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is still available. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Didn't answer a single question.
No, he did. It wasn't. It is a wrap. He was like, no, it's painted. No, it's a wrap. It is for sale. But he didn't answer. Is it a challenge car? He didn't answer anything about that. I don't think he knows. Okay, well, maybe that's not wrong. Anyways, you guys have been sending me a bunch. This one had my interest, but now after hearing that, I don't. The search continues. I think throttles is a really good opportunity, but I guess we'll see what happens in the next 24 hours. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out and keep